Now for the great finale of the Jousting tournament. Who will come out on top? The great world tactician, Lord Jambotron, or the worldwide jousting champion, Davidus the Lancer? The sun was setting behind the hills of the Greenfields Arena. Jambotron vs Davidus was the most anticipated of the day, not for blood or vengeance, but for the clash of two titans. Jambotron rode into the arena first, clad in deep green and black. He moved like a force of nature made flesh. Every knight watched him. In the royal stands, Juliet watched closely, her fingers tightening on the silk of her sleeve. She murmured softly to herself, "Ride well, my lord." As Jambotron passed her perch, he slowed his steed just for a moment, eyes flicking up to meet hers. He gave her the faintest nod, only she could see it. "For you, my flame, whether I stand or fall," Jambotron said. Juliet's breath caught. From the other end of the field came Davidus the Lancer, the people's champion. His armour glinted silver and yellow, bearing the mark of the Raven Knights. The crowd surged in cheers as he raised a hand, smiling modestly. Davidus pulled alongside Jambotron at the centre of the arena. They nodded at each other with mutual admiration. "At last," Davidus said with a grin, "the tactician and the lancer. May the crowd remember this match for more than just splintered wood." Jambotron gave a rare smile. First tilt, the horns blasted, the knights charged, a thunderclap of hooves, both riders steady as statues. Crack! The lances shattered against each other's shields, impact jarring, but both remained seated. The crowd roared. Juliet stood, hands clasped at her chest. Second charge. Again, they went for it. This time, Davidus angled low, a veteran's trick. His lance caught Jambotron's shield edge just right, wrenching his balance. Jambotron recoiled with a twist, nearly being unhorsed. Davidus circled back, voice raised. "You are heavier in the saddle than you look, my lord." Jambotron laughed, winded. Final tilt. The arena was dead silent. Juliet whispered, "Hold fast." The knights lowered their lances. Time slowed. Boom! This time, Davidus struck true, hitting centre mass. Jambotron's lance grazed the side, but failed to connect cleanly. The Lion Queen rose from her seat. Lord Jambotron was thrown, not hard, but cleanly. Dust rose around him as he fell and came to a stop, landing on one knee like a fallen hero in a storybook. The crowd erupted. Davidus dismounted at once and jogged down to his opponent. He offered his hand without hesitation. "My lord, that may be the hardest match I've ever ridden." Jambotron accepted the hand, rising with dignity. He clapped Davidus on the shoulder. "And you may be the finest knight I've ever faced in peacetime. May we never meet in war." The two stood together before the crowd, a symbol of mutual respect. From the stands, Juliet exhaled. A smile touched her lips, even though the ache of seeing him fall. She whispered again, "Your grace, your fire. They'll remember that more than the win." And in his eyes, as he looked her way while brushing the dust off his armour, she could tell he'd heard her. The finale lived up to legend. As Davidus wins, he celebrates with the crowd. Find out what happens next time with the sword fighting, coming soon.